It's time for some cooking. Welcome back, guys, to the kitchen. We are here today to make a new cooking video, and should I say, it's going to be mostly a baking video. Yes, I love sweets. I have a sweet tooth, and we're gonna make some delicious, crunchy, soft chocolate chip cookie. Pretty simple, but I'm not a baking guy, so let's just jump right into it. It's a little bit of a mess, but I'm gonna show you guys what we're gonna need is a little bit of light brown sugar, some soft chocolate chip cookie. We need some white sugar, some vanilla, baking powder, some all-purpose flour, which is in a random box per usual. We need some butter and a little bit of love. Okay, we are going to start with the flour. So that is 270 grams. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna use a spoon to drain all of this. It's always better to do it this way so you don't get all of those chunks. So you can just tap it like this as well. All right, so that is 277. I think we're gonna be fine with just a little bit more flour. All right, next is the baking soda. So it says to put about 3/4 of a teaspoon. Frankly enough, 3/4 of a teaspoon, I am just gonna put this much. That should be kind of 3/4, I would assume. And then same thing, we need 3/4 teaspoon of salt, which honestly, I'm just going to eyeball a little bit. I think this should be plenty enough. And then we're gonna start mixing the batter. Well, it's not a batter yet, but we're gonna mix the ingredients so far so we don't have all the salt in one side, so you don't have one cookie that's very salty and then a cookie that is not salty at all. In a different bowl, we are going to add some sugar, some butter, some vanilla, and the egg. 226 grams of butter. The butter was supposed to be kind of room temperature, and I just took it out from the fridge, so I don't know if it's gonna work. All right, so in goes the butter. I'm gonna just cut them off in a little bit of chunks. I think this is gonna be easier to, mix the whole thing. Let me say, that is a lot of butter. I've never used this much butter for cooking. We're sitting at 223 grams. I think we should be okay with a bit of less butter. Now, if you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I'm an advocate for healthy food. This sugar is not healthy, but look, it's Christmas time. Sometimes we gotta break the rules. 150 grams of sugar, fortunately. That's gonna be so much sugar. I'm tempted to not put as much. Should we just put 100? I'm gonna put 100. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 100 sugar. There you go, 106 grams of beautiful sugar. And not only that, we have to put some brown sugar as well. So this right here is going to be the sugar. So golden yellow sugar. All right, so 165 grams. That's gonna be a lot. There you have it, 172 grams. All right, we're gonna put the egg as well. There we go. And lastly, 15 grams of vanilla, which honestly, it's just, there you go. That should be 15. We're actually eyeballing everything today and nothing is accurate. So let's see if it's gonna be good. So we're gonna mix everything right here, and then we're gonna put all of the flour into this pot so that everything is mixed in together. Okay, let me say, this is harder than I thought. Just because the butter was not room temperature, it's making things a little bit difficult, so we have to use a regular spatula to make things a little bit more easier, let's say. This is what we've got so far. There's still some chunks of butter. I'm gonna add the flour in, and then we're gonna just pray and spray, just mix everything in, and I'll show you guys the end result. So it's not looking too bad, right? I mean, look, I'll be honest, I had to use my hands because the spatula thing wasn't working, to be honest. And the good thing about it is that we don't have to fridge the dough for an hour. So that's typically what I found out is you need to fridge the dough for a bit, so an hour. Since we did use cold butter, we're just gonna straight put it in the oven. Before we do so, we are going to heat up the oven at 375 There you have it. While we wait for that, I'm gonna use this with some parchment paper. Oh, and the last thing we need to do, chocolate chip cookie. Well, I went for the dark option because I'm trying to be as healthy as I can. So we need 1.5 cup. And I do have this measurement, which honestly, this is the maximum, which is half a cup. So we're gonna do 3 of these. These are huge chunks. So that's 1, 2. And I'm gonna do like a little bit less. I'm just gonna try one of these. Yeah, it's pretty good, 70%. Now it is important to mix this because you don't wanna have all the chocolate on one cookie. And just be careful not to break any of these chocolate chip. I mean, not that it matters really, but just mix it up a little bit so you have the chips all around. And the final step to end the whole thing, we're gonna make little balls of cookies and we're gonna put them inside the oven. And one more thing I wanna try is to put a little bit of salt. I like to have a little bit of salt on these cookies. Not all of them, I just wanna test 1 or 2. So just on this one here maybe, and on this one. Might be okay, maybe 3. Okay, now we wait. We're almost there at 375. Oh, baby. All right, here goes nothing. I'm gonna try to put it this way. No, actually, you know what? This is perfectly fine. And then we're gonna time this for about 12 minutes. One more minute and I cannot wait because it smells hella good. Oh, baby. Noori! I'm gonna try not to burn myself. There you have it. Okay, he wants some chocolate cookie too, but obviously the dogs can't eat chocolate, so I'm gonna give him something else. Okay, maybe he doesn't want cookies after all. I'm gonna just wait a little bit to cool the cookies down. Some of them have morphed into one cookie. This one, I think these are the salty ones. I'm gonna grab just a regular one. Ooh, it's pretty hot. And I've got myself some milk as well. Ooh, I do love desserts when they're hot and warm, just out of the fresh oven. I should probably wait a little bit, but I don't care. I'm still gonna try this. Okay, let's hope I don't burn myself. This is so chewy. If I wait a little bit, it'll be crunchy on the sides, but oh my God. I have a chocolate chip cookie one in there. Oh my God. I think this is gonna be supper for tonight. This is very good. Oh yeah, the crunch is there as well. Yeah, just need to wait a little bit. There's no way I'm waiting. Like, it's just so good. I don't bake ever. In my opinion, I think baking, it takes a little bit too much time. A lot of prep, a lot of waiting to do. Whereas when you're cooking, you just jump right into it and you just cook, and it's ready, boom, you eat it. Baking takes a lot of time, but it's so damn worth it, and I might come back for more baking. And this is all for Christmas. Like, when it's Christmas time, it's almost cheat day every day. Like pies, cakes, biscuits, anything. I'll just eat it. Last piece of the puzzle. It's so good. Okay guys, I hope you did enjoy this baking video. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna try and do more cooking videos. I love cooking and baking. I think I love baking now, let me say. And if you did enjoy this one, give it a thumbs up, do subscribe, share with some friends. And as always, this has been Noori. Spread your peace and love, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.